He's like kind of a guy's back, like very laid back.
Cruelty, for cruelty's sake.
Yeah, the joke is that if you put on an Adidas tracksuit, get some cigarettes and some beer, and just go hang out somewhere, he'll show up.
I think that's dance scenes. What shocked me more about NBC putting on the show than the violence was how esoteric the show was. I just thought they'd be horrified by how esoteric it is.
What happens is the fans were the ones who were so in love with the kind of storytelling that was happening that NBC recognized that they had something in their hands they weren't expecting. One of the things that we had to do initially for NBC in season 1 was to kind of have a murder of the week. You know, if you remember the first few episodes, there was always some sort of new story, new thing that had to be, because NBC was coming through procedural world and this is what they thought was going to work. But Brian slowly, casually, just manipulated things until it wasn't that anymore. And it made the show what it became. It was so much better. And NBC had a hard time justifying getting rid of a show that was so clever and so smart and so well reviewed.
Because they're assholes.
Exactly what I think we all saw.
I think it can hold those kinds of transitions and wants those kinds of transitions. That, for instance, that was fun to shoot. So, I'll tell you the story. Oh wait, I gotta tell you a story about this. So, I've never had this happen before. We were going to shoot. That scene was going to be shot in the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto. They kicked us out.
Oh shit!
The day I was going to shoot there, I've never had a location drop a film production the day we were going to shoot there. Like the trucks were there, like it was a whole thing. They said, "Oh, we read your script and we don't want you." So we went to the University of Toronto. This is the University of Toronto, which actually ended up being so much more beautiful and for this because it's this 19th century architecture. So it seemed much. The ROM has become very modernist, and in a way, I felt like, oh, this is like one of these happy accidents where we're in this much more gothic kind of space, which seems so much more appropriate, and it was so beautiful to shoot in. And I remember this night went on forever, and I remember, and they worked crazy hours. Like we never did reasonable hours. It was never like, oh, start in the morning and then finish in the evening, go have dinner. No. We start like in the fucking dead of night and end in the morning, and it was just like. It's easy for me because I can look tired and miserable, but they have to do that and look good.
But they also knew their characters so well that we rarely would have to work on their performances. We might do multiple takes, but we were never trying to shape a Mads performance or a Hugh performance. That tended to happen more with the day players who would come in because they wouldn't quite know who their characters were, how they fit into things, and they might give us options. Like, for example, we said about Catherine Isabel, when her character first arrived, we weren't quite sure where she was going to go with the character. So options were shot, and then a performance created. But we almost never had to go in and adjust. Sometimes Hugh's accent would slip a bit, or with Mads, his Danish would be a little bit hard to understand. Occasionally I might take a line from a different take and lay it over the existing take, and the lip sync would work because the actual enunciation of the word was better.
Yeah, it's true, and I would take direction from them. I always deferred to them. Like they knew their characters, and I remember something later on in this episode. Hannibal shows up in this hotel room, and I said, "Okay, so you're gonna be behind the door," and I was like, "I wish I could do Mads accent." No, I don't think I would be. I was like, no, you wouldn't be. You're right. You'd be sitting on the but they were super collaborative. But I would always, they just knew who they were so well. And of course, I would always defer to them. Yeah, I had a fun time. Like, it's hard to, you just can't go wrong. That was Mads' idea, of course.
Oh!
Because, so, and then I have similar proclivities, so he would encourage that in me, which is a terrible thing to do. And and there were things that were dropped. I remember, especially in the third season, the script got like really psychedelic and dreamy, and like it was just like one dream sequence after another one after another one. I was like, how are we going to do this? And I recall, so things were definitely cut. I remember there was, I don't know if you remember, but in Secunda, I can't remember which episode it was, where Will goes into the catacomb. Secunda. He was going to swim into it. And it was going to be, he was going to be swimming, because I showed Brian, now I remember, because I showed him a scene from a Dario Argento film called Inferno. You know the film? And the girl goes into the swimming, and like it's this totally surrealistic, dreamy scene. She goes into like a very dilapidated New York building, and there's a hole in the ground, and she looks in the hole, and there's a room beneath the hole, and she drops her necklace or something into the water, and she goes swimming to retrieve the necklace, and then a corpse pops. It's just a dream. It's basically a dream sequence, and Brian loved it, so they immediately wrote it into the script or something like that, and I was going to have like the corpses of the dead monks floating, and it was like this whole thing, and we got a huge budget of shoots. So, and I also remember that in the next episode I had actually shot it. I had fireflies coming out of Will's mouth when he's drugged, and I had Hugh put like these like raver lights in his mouth, and I actually shot it, but I guess it was too expensive. They got cut it.
Very much.
Oh, thank you.